Good evening, everybody. Right, so we've got something pretty to look at while I'm chattering and finding out. Are we zoomed in, or am I just pull you that way just a little bit? Fantastic. So, how are we all? Happy Tuesday. Lovely, lovely. Oh, hello. My tablet's telling me I'm putting the wrong password in. I'm not, I don't think. So, today we were, hi Tom, hi Brenda. I was on Chanda and we were launching our winter journaling girls. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. Hi Joe. I had a great time. As you can, if you saw it, you could probably tell. Janice, queen of the shenanigans. Shenanigator, that is Janice. I'll tell you what, she nearly had me a couple of times, but I stayed strong and I did not break down in a fit of giggles, which I think I did very, very well at. Yes, I do. I think I did very, very well. Right. Let me have a look. Right, I'm noticing some comments coming up on my phone that aren't coming up on my tablet, so if I have missed you, I'm really, really sorry. I will go back through. Hi, Gail. Hi, Jackie. Oh, Gail. Gail. I tell you what, I can't lie, peeps. Gail did get very big points today. She's a very good girl. You know, they say money can't buy happiness. Well, of course it can. It can not only buy you stamps, but also lovely friends can use it and send you chocolate. Look at that. Lovely, delicious chocolate that Gail sent today. Very, very nice. And I would like to say I didn't completely demolish a block earlier, but I'd be lying. So, you need to watch on Rewind. Excellent, Tom. Like I was going to say, the show was on Rewind. Feel free to completely stop watching before I get to my second demo. Because it went totally wrong. Like, couldn't have gone more wronger, truth be told. It's just, you know when you've got an idea in your head, and this is one of these things, isn't it? I say it all the time. Oh, things don't always go right for us, and blah, 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 blah. And sometimes I can hear you scoffing, going, oh, I bet you it does. Now, I think today I managed to prove it most definitely does not all go right. Because my second demo went completely wrong, and yeah, just went very, very wrong. Okay, wow, hi Lou. Quick switch. Right, so thank you everybody for joining today, and thank you for joining me this evening as well. How have you not had enough of me by yet? Right, so let's get into it. The Winter Journaling Girls. Okay, so if you haven't seen them yet, these are our Winter Journaling Girls. We have Warm, we have Cozy, we have Cool, and then we have the small winter words to put them into a bundle of 4. Okay, Janice was a naughty shenanigator, Gail. Very naughty shenanigator. It was the making up words. That's when I nearly went. When she was making up phrases with the words. I was close then, I'm not going to lie. Right, so we have the winter small words as well. Now, one of the things I was talking about today on the show was how difficult I actually found it to draw trousers. And I can't explain why it was so difficult, but now I've got it, I'm fine. So that's why I'm ready to move forward and come with some boys at some point. Okay, so it's really, you know, so now we've got these, but these 3 wintry girls I absolutely adore. I think they're fab with their, in the little accessories, I have to say. I'm so happy with. They're so usable, and I can tell I'm going to use a lot of these, like a lot with the doodle art as well. I'm going to use the accessories with a lot of other stamps that we have, because, you know, they're just easy, aren't they, to add in little details, because you've got the snowflakes that are obviously great for winter cards or even Christmas, and then you've got like this and these little twigs here that are amazing. Now on your winter small words, what I've done with these is I've put together autumn winter little phrases in random words, again non-Christmas specific, just ones that you can use to finish off projects without knowing necessarily who they'll be for or whatever. So you've got Winter Wonders, Snow, Frost, Icicle Showers, Hot Chocolate, Create Cool Memories, Fun in Frost. So stuff that will work really well if you're doing some scrapbooking too, and also if you're working in a bullet journal or planner. So they're really, really groovy for that as well. And I've put a couple of little bits in. There was a gap. I had to put something in. Now, I will also say, I was talking today about, we talk a lot when we're using our big digital stamps. For example, just because I've got this sample here, the really big B, the scripted B and whatever. And we do talk about using, I don't know why I whisked it away so quickly, about using sections of the stamp. You know, you don't have to view it as a complete. You can use sections and break it down into its component parts if you want to. Now, your winter small words, you can do precisely the opposite. Okay, you can, although they're broken down into individual words, as you can see on the sheet, you can actually use it as a whole stamp to use as like a winter scripted word background. Now, what I do is I just sort of freehand it and whatever. But what Mum did today, was it today? I can't remember now. It's been a really long day. There's quite a lot that's been done today. She actually put double-sided sticky on her acetate carrier sheet, okay, and put it on her Super Skinny Slim. So she could just ink it up and stamp it, but get full, you know, full coverage with and full pressure without worrying that she was going to miss bits. So that was pretty good, okay, which I was quite impressed with. Now, all I will say is all the orders that we've had in for these on our website and all the orders that were available to download from Hochanda have gone out today. They have already gone, apart from the Hermes ones because we have to book the courier for those. But all the ones that were Royal Mail have gone. They've all gone, so they are already winging their way to you, which is quite exciting. So I know I've had a few emails today of people that ordered off Hochanda, and they said, "Oh, I've had an email already to say that it's been dispatched. Is that all right?" And I was like, "Yes, it has," because me and Sam put it in the bag, so it's definitely gone. Okay, because we want you to play with your goodies as soon as possible, obviously, because they're fabulous. So yeah, so we drove straight to the unit shop. Be Crafty residence, and packed up all the orders that we could, okay, and then whatever else comes through tomorrow, then we'll do them then. So that is the bundle as a whole. They are all available individually, and that is both on our website and on the Chanda one. Okie dokie. Right, so talking about the Chanda, this is my first demo. Now I have added a couple of little, I have added a few doodle lines around the outside, but aside from that, this is the card as I did it, okay, on the first demo of the show. So I pieced together the wreath, and I was inspired by the wreaths that and Sally did on their samples. Speaking of DT samples, you can go, there is an album here on the Be Crafty Facebook page, but there is also one on the Be Crafty Stamps group filled with all the DT samples for these. Now, on the Be Crafty Stamps group, where I've made an album, also when you get these through and you start making cards of your own, you can also upload them to that group as well if you want. Okay, so that's cool. Right, I'm talking a lot. I'm fully aware we are going to make something, I promise. So I'm going to move that to the side. Now, again, if you missed or are yet to catch up to the show that we did today, okay, this was my prep board. Now, I'm not going to tell you what Janice wrote on her sheets about my prep board, but let's just say there was a tone of surprise and exclamation marks written on her prep sheets for the show with regards to my prep board, because she was like, "Beth, there's so much prep." I was like, I know right, because there's so much fun to do, to the point of, when I say there's so much fun to do, this little lass here I actually coloured in on this morning's show, and I've got home and I've cut her out and gone round her and added white accents and put her in the gap that this girl came from. So I still have the same amount of girls. So I was like, no, I now have a gap and I need to put her in it. So that's how much fun I have colouring these and cutting them out. This isn't just one of those where I say it's really fun and and it's like, yeah, but when was the last time she picked it up? You can see I've picked these up a lot. Now, I will say this one here was done on the Distress watercolour cardstock with the eco lines. And I have to say, this stuff is immense and it really, quite dense. What does it say on it? La 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 la. £118. What's that in real money? No idea. Really blooming thick is what I will say. There you go. Really blooming thick. I would say that's got to be rocking £3.50. It's honestly, it's proper weighty. And it's got a slightly textured surface on one side and then it's smooth on the other. But you can see it stamps on absolutely fine. This was where I just didn't press. So that's what I did this one on. So you can see it's quite tough and strong. Most of these have got eco lines. Some of them have got a little bit of Inktense on, but most of them have got eco lines. But they are a mixture of smooth and my cartridge paper pad. Like this one's just cartridge paper. Now, I don't think that's ideal for eco lines at all. Okay, but as you can see, they are really forgiving, the eco lines, I have to say. They are really, really forgiving. So I'm quite enjoying playing with them because they are very, very forgiving. And these were just stamped with VersaFine and just and quickly squidged in with my eco lines as well. Speaking of eco lines, the pastels came today, and I have the pastels. Very exciting stuff. So yeah, these are really pretty. Somebody did send me a message asking what colours I use for skin tone today. On the show, I was using the pink beige and the sepia, both of which I think come from the Architect set. But in the pastel set I got today, there is also the sepia light, which is a lovely tone as well. So those three are really good for skin tones. Now, Lou was telling me earlier there are some other great ones as well in the other sets, but I don't have them yet. So I will bring you more when I do. That's me just answering the question I was sent. Right. Let's have a little look at it. 260 GSM. Really, it feels heavier. It does. In the words of Nessa, I will lie to you. Honestly, it feels heavier. Righty-ho. Sorry, I'm just trying to have a quick look at comments. La 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 la. Right. So, shall we crack on and make something now? So, yeah. Sam says I should offer these up to people, as a nice little starting point. But I can't lie, these are all stuck down now, and these are mine. Because I love them. I actually do love them. They're just so pretty. And I think the thing is, because you can change your skin tones, you can make them lighter for people who are really fair, and obviously you can darken them down for people with dark. It's fantastic because it means you can really personalise them for who they're with or who they're for, and you can make a nice group of friends, and you can really sort of personalise it that way, which is really, really cool. So if there is anything specific that you think, well, they're a great set, but on the next ones there should be this feature, please let me know, because we want to make sure that there's something for everyone. Right, let us crack on and see if I can ruin this card for a second time. Right, now, for those of you that missed this morning's show, I can't even show you what I did wrong because I binned it. I threw it away. It didn't even come back with me. It went straight in the bin, under the desk. I could not look at it anymore because I was so horrified by what I had done. Now, so the new Inkables we had are those 3 colours in the skin tone set. I honestly don't know, our sets are, I actually don't know. If you go onto the website, if you do go onto the website, there is if you click on each set, I have put the colours in. So if you click on each set, it will tell you the colours that are in each set. Okay? So here we go. So the templates, you probably can't see that actually, that we had on the show today were, that's yellow, that's going to be even worse. I don't know, is it? No, it's going to be fine. We had the template is 3 inkables, but it's 4 pieces. Okay, so we had the snowflake. Yeah, that's not working either, is it? On the yellow. That we don't have dice for these at the minute, my lovely. No, we don't. Right, here we go. So we had the snowflake mask. Now these aren't on the Be Crafty website yet. They will be tomorrow. We had the snowflake mask. We had the snowflake. Pink, beige, and sepia. So yes, they do. Those colours are in the skin tone set. The snowflakes. And what I love about this, and I mentioned it this morning, is the circles Mum's put in as well to give that sort of flurry effect, which I think is really, really beautiful. Okay. Absolutely, Katie Louise. They just take longer, the dies. They do take longer to come. So, and unfortunately, I'm just not organised enough to have everything ready to have it all at the same time. And then this, we have the trees. Now, okay, so with the trees, you have this one. But you also have, if I hold it the right way, the middle. Okay, so what you can do is mask off. You can also mask off that way as well. So you've got different ways of putting that scene together. Okay. I can't stop colouring the girls in either. So we're going to try and attempt to do what I wanted to do this morning and failed absolutely miserably. So what we're going to use is we're going to use the innie from the tree frame. Okay, and I'm going to be using some of my regular distress ink. Okay, now as if you haven't seen before, I use the minis. But that's just a thing because I'm on restricted space. You know, they're just as, you know, if you've got the big ones, they work too. So that's cool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. The problem is I went in too dark and I didn't do the trees first. So what I'm going to try and do now is put in some of the trees first, and I'm going to build up some of that colour with the distress ink instead of just going in really dark colour to start with. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a blending brush, I think. I'm going to go with a brush. Now, if this doesn't work, you're going to have to bear with me whilst I cut another piece of card and we go again. Right. So I'm going to go in with some bundled sage first. Just get on my blending mat. There's something else on this that is not green. That's alright. So we're going to go in and it's going to be really soft to start. And we're going to build up some layers. I actually wanted this to be a bit more citrusy because I'm pretty confident which girl I would like to use. That being said, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to grab a little twisted citron, put that in a few different areas. And I think this morning I just used too much of the one colour and didn't really bring in anything else. And it was just too much. And then maybe a little bit of the peel paint just around the edges. And then of course if you wanted to, you could add in some doodles with these, you know. But when you lift that off, you're going to have the trees coming in to create a sort of a tree frame around there, which is excellent and very much what we're after. I'm going to put these back in their tin. I am doing forever green trees. Yes, I am. Oh, hello, I just turned my light down. And then I'm going to go to the blues. Just a question, have you got all of your minis? I found a box. Yes, I do. They're your minis, Mum. So me and Mother are about to have a conversation how she's forgotten she's got minis, I can tell. Right, now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my blues ready. And again, I'm going to go for much paler because the mistake I made this morning was too dark too quickly. Okay. I'm going to take... So now I'm going to mask these off so that the snowflakes don't go over. Alright, so I'm just going to put the snowflakes here. I'll put this over the top. Now you could obviously take these down, I'm just not patient enough. And then from here I'm going to use tumbled glass because it's quite pale. Is that dry? And then if I want to add in more, I can. Yeah, you could of course take these down if you're worried about getting it to, about it moving, or say you can't hold it then, absolutely. Magnetic sheet under with a magnet, yeah, if you wanted to, but honestly, it's a patience thing. Just grab it and hold it, for me. But I'm not for 1 minute suggesting that's what you have to do. Yeah, so I'm just going to build this up in a couple of different areas, I think. I actually don't think I'm going to go any darker. And then you lift them off together, you've got your snowflakes in the background. See, that's what I was going for. That was a classic thing this morning. I knew what I meant. But could I make it happen? Could I heckers like? Right. I'm going to turn this over. Okay, because then I'm going to go to my stamps, which I have put. You know the stamps I've literally just shown you. Okay, and we're going to get some of the snowflakes off here as well to sort of tie it all in. Right, so on this one we've got, on the wall we've got quite a large snowflake. On the cozy, we've got a little one. And on the warm, we've sort of got a medium size. Your snowflakes from your doodle art Christmas, your Yuletide doodle art will go really, really well. So, yes, the Inkables will be on tomorrow. I am sorry. An ice rink in the distance. This is the thing. You know, there's so much you can do. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, I think this one, I'm not going to use this one because there is some big snowflakes from the Inkable. So I'm just going to go with the smaller ones from Warm and Cozy. I'm going to take them off here and I'm going to be really careful with them because if I lose them, I will be most upset. And that's what normally happens to me. So for this, I'm going to clean that because it's covered in yellow. Ooh. Okay. And then I'm just going to go in with the tumbled glass to start, because you will get a different tone stamping. So we'll see what this is like. You see what I mean? It's much more vivid. And this is what makes Distress so cool, because even with one colour you can create, you know, so many different tonal effects. And then I'm going to go with this little snowflake here. Just build up that snowflake flurry all across the back there, which is lovely. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to soften the edges with some tumbled glass as well. Predictive text provides weird and wonderful alternatives. That's like Janice with the winter words earlier. Providing weird and wonderful alternatives. Okay, so we're just going to go, and I'm going to go all the way around. I will say, I generally, if I'm blending around the edges, I do prefer to use my blending tool than my brush. But I've put all my blending foams in the wash. So. Here we go. And then that creates your frame there. Now the thing is, with your tree, you could then go and add snow effects to this using your white pen. You could add a little more detail, you know, so there's lots of things you can do more. And I have to be honest, I find it really annoying when people demo and go, well, you could do, well, show me what I could do. I totally understand that. You could add, for example, with your white pen, let me just check, I've picked up one that works. I have chucked away 2 today already. Because I've had to admit they actually don't work anymore. This one does. So that's fine. Okay, so you can add in... Oh, I didn't turn my tones off. So you can add in a little bit of snowy detail to these branches. And the nice thing about this is, if you're adding in these little bits of snowy detail, it doesn't have to be neat, does it? It can be quite irregular. So yeah, sorry, this is my Ranger white pen, which is also the one I used to do my dots and things on this lovely lass that I was colouring today. So we're just going to add on a few more. Probably should have given this a little blast with the heat gun, really, just to make sure. But we didn't add any water, so it should be fine. And that just takes it up a little bit, doesn't it? So that's quite cool. Absolutely, if you wanted to add in embossing through your templates, I've done that before with embossing powders. You can go on with your Versamark pad, or the new Distress embossing dabbers do make it easier. So for example, if you want to use embossing powder with your snowflakes with these, I used to press on with my Versamark pad, but your new embossing dabbers make that so much easier now if you want to heat emboss with your templates. But yeah, these little splats as well, they emboss beautifully. So there's lots you can do. But again, I hate it when demonstrators go, oh, there's so much you can do. But in fairness, we don't always have the time to show you everything you can do. So we figure, we'll just tell you about it. Alright, so I'm just going to go and add in a little bit more. I'm not going to be happy with this. I'm going to need to come back and add in some more white bits later. Yeah. I think I've just blended this. It needs a little. You can see, for example, on this snowflake here, with the blending, where I've sort of been heavier one-sided, it's given it sort of like a natural shadow to give it that sort of 3D effect, which is really nice. Which is why we don't always want to, for example, cover it with ink really, really densely, you know. So here we go. Now, if you have, take this, what I did forget to do here, is you see you've got these cutout bits between the trees. I was just looking thinking, I don't remember it looking that big of a gap. There's a reason. If you go to take this one back again, you've got these here. So if you can go back in with, it doesn't necessarily have to be your darkest colour, because building up the layers will do that for you anyway. I'm going to go in with my peel paint. Okay, I'm just going to layer that back up, because I was daft and forgot. See, I nearly went wrong again. I'm just going to add in a little bit of peel paint in here. That was a bit too much, but that's okay. It's just going to add in a little bit of shadow to divide your trees up. Okay. And then you can see, so there's that tree there, yeah? This one's coming round and this one's coming up here. So you can really sort of build them in together now. It sort of gives you that line if you're not sure where each one goes. Should have gone more in. Just a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm fully aware my hand's in the way. That helps work that out a little. Oh dear, where have my comments gone? And I've lost the lid for my ink pad. Right. I really have lost the lid for my ink pad. There we go. Peel paint. A green micron pen, that would be a good idea. Let's have a little look. See, look, I'm trying to be organised. My micron pens, where I have two greens. Here's a good question for you actually, party people, make some noise. We're looking into getting some of the micron sets in. Would it be primarily black you guys are interested in, or would you also be interested in the colours, for example, the greens, and, you know, because these are mixed sets. So for example, this one, it's got like a brown and some blues and a red, and whatever. Would they be of interest to you? So that's a good one, you know. Is it just the black? Because Sam, bless her, that's on her next list of get me those pens. Now we have the Ecolines. Her new list of get me those pens is the microns. So, but obviously, you can't have everything to start, can ya? You know. What have I missed? I think we need an entire book. You put a wish list on your website. That is something we are looking at, because we are in the midst of talking to them about having a website rejig. And so at the minute we're deciding what sort of features we want, and what have you. So in fairness, if a wish list feature is something you guys want, that is something we will talk to them about. Yeah? Because basically the website is for you guys. So if that's a feature you guys want, then that's one we will add in. Okay? Well, we'll ask anyway. because obviously we talked to the dudes about that. I used to say the techie guys, and I still say the techie guys, but when I say guys, I don't mean boys. I just mean the techie guys. But someone said, "Oh, you know, is there no girls?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, but when I say techie guys, I just mean the guys that do the techie. I don't mean just boys." I'm rambling now. I'm fully aware. I'm gonna just need to add a little bit more in there. Right. But this is one of the I could sit here for ages. I really could. Just adding in a little bit more. Good call on the green microns. Well done. Wonder how she knew. Wonder how she knew. I'm going to go in with this lighter one. I wasn't going to, but I am going to go in with this lighter one as well. I'm going to have to go back in with my white pen now because I've sort of gone over it when I added in the other green and now these micron lines. See, this now isn't at all what I planned because I obviously hadn't planned the microns and whatever. And then you start getting instructions shouted at you. When I say shouted, obviously not all the time. Here we go. So add in some more of these. Sam is. Oh, did have someone chase me up today for Sam's brush lettering for the eco lines. She is still finishing the sheets, obviously with the Chandler show and everything. There's quite a lot to do today. So, you know, she's doing her best. And she will get there. I promise, promise, promise. Okay. So, I'm going to stop now because that's one of those things that I'll just sit and play for hours. Right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to go on to a black layer because I like to. And that's all the reason I'm giving, and there you are. Hi Caroline, great show today. Well, yeah, we'll go for it was great our 50% of the demo time. The second one, just no, it really was that bad. It really was. And you could see Sam sat there with her head in her hands like there is nothing I can do to stop this. There was, you know, she was despondent, I think would be a good word. Despondent. As to the fact she could not save me because I had made it so blooming bad at that point. There was there was no salvation in sight. But I am calling the day a success because we got back and obviously got orders done, and I unpacked my bags ready for try it out Tuesday. My tape runner's just run out. So that's as much tape as this getting. Because I wanted to leave a really far, because I want it to be really sort of big on my card. Temporary moment where I thought I'd stuck it the wrong way round. The original and new journal girls look fab. Gonna save up for them. Yeah, definitely. This is the thing, we totally understand. For example, like I was just saying with the microns, you know, which micron should we start with? Which micron should we have first? Now, in all honesty, just like you guys, you know, if we could, we'd just have everything straight away. All of it. But we have to stagger, you know, a bit at a time. So, yes, the journaling girls are not going anywhere, Rosie, so you're absolutely fine, my love. Right, so we need to pick a girl. We need to pick a girl. Now, I'd hope this girl will go on. This is my lovely Cool, and I think she will, to be honest. Let's lift this up and let's have a little look. Okay, I'm thinking... I think she is going to work. My lovely Cool. I have to do something with her soon because both my girls absolutely love her. Absolutely love her. No, bless it. No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't a disaster or anything. Bless her, Rosie was like, oh, I felt for you. You don't have to, Rosie, honestly. It's, you know, It's absolutely fine. It happens all the time at home. I'm not fussed. You know, just get rid and off you go. I think I'm going to use her. Do we think her? Do you think her? Right, everybody, you've got like 1 minute to tell me who to use. Okay? So, which one? Rainbow scarf? Cool. Rainbow scarf or cool? That's who you can have. Because I'm thinking I might do something really... No, I'm gonna go with cool because... Sorry, after asking. Because I'm going to do something really bright and vivid for her. I'm thinking... really bright colours. The swims came off. That's right, now I've got a gap. You know what I need to do, don't you? I need to colour in a new cool. Right, so... I was going to say, they're never going to get used up, are they? So I'm going to use cool, bless her. I think I'm going to stand her right about... No, do you know what? She's going to go right in the middle. Right in the middle. Get on your bad self, cool. Okay. And then... Remember, again, if you didn't see the show this morning, I was about a few minutes in when I realised I had that sudden drop. Where I realised that all the sentiments that I had stamped and cut out of the winter small words, every single one, I'd even sort of split some up and whatever, had all been left on my desk because I was supposed to go and find a little tub to put them in. And I didn't. I mean, really. So now I'm just going to have a look through and see which one I want. Winter Magic, maybe. Explore the winter. Cool is cool. She's too school for school. Create cool memories. Dreams is unique as snowflakes. That's Sammy's favourite. But what I'm going to do... Yeah, we have to get the coloured microns now. Because Lou told me to use them. And this is the first time I've used them. And now I want to use them on everything. Right. So I'm going to do a little hand on box. I'm going to do it in blue. Because why wouldn't you if you could? I'm going to put... Oh, in fairness as well, if you wanted to add in some mini snowflakes, because I used the 2 off the sets, didn't I? I forgot, in your Winter Small Words, you do have some even smaller ones. Look there. So Dreams is unique as snowflakes. So she needs some 3D foam for that sentiment. She would have made up more weird sentences. So honestly, if I'd have left my prep board at home, I would have actually cried. I really would have. That would have been a total... I would have burst into tears. I can't even lie. That would have been awful. Dreams is unique. But I'm going to put it in the middle. We're just testing you. I'm not sure about that there now. Over her feet. I think it needs another row of foam pads. It needs higher than her legs, not like trapped on it like it's holding them down. Because that's not good, is it? Right. So. Yeah, that's better. Because they're off her legs now. Dreams is unique as snowflakes. You'd have to do a Charmaine in colour in the car. Oh no, it'd be ick. I'm then going to take my blue micron. We're going to add in a faux stitch going around the edge. Now I have offered to finish the live before when I'm faux stitching, so you guys don't have to sit and watch. Everybody messages me after going, oh, don't mind. We'll watch. So I'm just going to keep going. But I totally understand if you guys don't want to. Because I just think this is going to help. Just tie it all in. I am just going to go around bits that aren't the trees. And whilst this is somewhat different, a little bit different, what I wanted to show you in terms of demo this afternoon, it's a lot closer than what I started. Okay. It's a lot closer than how I started it this afternoon. Goodness gracious, that was awful. I am going to add... Do I add another one? I don't know whether I want to add another line, or do I wish that I'd done a faux stitch around that. Oh, Beverly. I think I should leave her alone, as I'm not sure. I do think I should leave her alone, because I'm not sure what's happening. Right. Yeah, I'm going to stop, because otherwise I'm going to do something I regret. I can feel it. Feel it. Right. So you can see why I was getting frustrated earlier, because it's such a simple card. I got something I really wanted to create, and then it all started to go wrong, and I didn't know what to do. First situation, no, I'm honestly, Lou, I'm gonna leave it, because I'm worried I'm gonna make it worse, or I'm gonna ruin something that I was really, really happy with. So aside from that, I'm gonna leave it. I will say this though, what I do want to quickly show you. No, I did show you the mask, didn't I, last week? So we've got the three that were new were the mask, the trees, and the snowflakes. You know, also, if you did like to just blend snowflakes, obviously we do have the snowflake Dinkable as well. And all the Dinkables are in sets on the Hochanda website. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you guys first that starting from next year, the Dinkables will just be on sets on the Be Crafty website as well. Primarily, there are several reasons why. One of which is to reduce the packaging that we use, because instead of using 5 bags, we can just use the one as the set. So it's to reduce the plastic packaging that we are using, and therefore Be Crafty's carbon footprint, and also a storage for us as well. We're getting full at the old hive, to be honest, and we need to make some space if you guys want new things. So we figure that's the best way. So if there are any individuals that you are looking for, I would suggest getting those in as soon as possible, because come the end of the year, whilst we might have some, we won't be restocking the individuals. They will just be in sets. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me tonight. Might do a quick live from the shop tomorrow, but I'm not sure, because people have been asking for a walk round. But obviously we will be packing and stuff tomorrow, so it's going to be a funny old day. But I will let you know when the Wednesday Wow is on, she says, like she did last week, and she forgot. But I will try. I will do my very best. But the lovely, gorgeous, beautiful winter journaling girls are now on the Be Crafty website, and they are of course still on Hochanda if that's where you prefer to buy. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me this evening, and thank you again to everybody that joined me this morning, and the shenanigator that is Janice Phillips. I hope you're having a good week, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. If there is anything we can do to help, or anything you need or anything like that, then please let us know, and we will do absolutely everything we can. Thanks guys, bye.